No exams here. Just the joy of asking why.
Tonight, the 5th of November 2025, the world is looking up at the sky, waiting for a breathtaking sight, the biggest supermoon of the year. A supermoon occurs when the full moon coincides with its closest approach to Earth, making it appear larger and brighter than usual. This year's event is extraordinary. The moon will be just 356,940 kilometers away, the shortest distance of 2025. To the naked eye, it may look up to 14% larger and 30% brighter than a typical full moon, glowing with silver light. In many cultures, the supermoon is not just a celestial event but also a symbol of reunion, dreams, and reflection. From ancient China's mid-autumn legends to Greek myths of Selene, humanity has always tied emotions to the moon's glow. Astronomers say this supermoon will peak at 9:23 p.m. UTC, shining brightest over the Pacific and East Asia. People across China, Japan, and the US West Coast will enjoy one of the clearest views, weather permitting. For photographers, this is a rare opportunity. The moon illusion near the horizon makes it look even larger. Scientists use this moment to study the moon's orbit, gravitational influence, and light reflection, blending art and science. Some might wonder why the moon's distance changes. It's because the moon's orbit is slightly elliptical, not a perfect circle. At its closest point, called perigee, the moon appears bigger. At its farthest apogee, it looks smaller and dimmer. During a supermoon, the difference may seem subtle, but side-by-side photos reveal how strikingly larger it truly is. Supermoon's brightness can even affect the tides, causing slightly higher perigee spring tides on Earth's coasts. Fishermen and sailors throughout history have watched the moon, using its rhythm to guide their journeys and harvests. Ancient calendars were built on lunar cycles. Many early civilizations marked time by the moon's phases. In modern astronomy, every supermoon helps refine our understanding of lunar gravity and Earth's subtle wobble. Tonight's event is not just visual, it's a cosmic alignment, reminding us how fragile and interconnected our planet is. For sky watchers, binoculars or telescopes can reveal craters like Tycho, Copernicus, and the dark plains of Mare Imbrium. Even without equipment, the human eye can sense its brilliance, a quiet beauty shared by everyone under the same sky. The moon has always been a mirror to human emotion, joy, longing, and solitude reflected on its silent surface. Poets wrote of it, lovers promised under it, and wanderers found comfort beneath its cold but constant glow. In ancient China, moonlight symbolized reunion, families gazing upward together no matter how far apart they were. In Western tales, it symbolized mystery, wolves howled to it, and artists painted its haunting silver glow. No matter the culture, the moon binds us all, a shared rhythm above connecting hearts across time and continents. On nights like this, people light candles, take photos, or simply stand in silence, letting moonlight wash over them. The beauty of a supermoon is not only in its size, but in the shared moment, billions of eyes lifted toward wonder. For scientists, it's a night of precision. For dreamers, it's a night of poetry, both gazing at the same miracle. The moon reminds us how small we are, yet how capable of unity and imagination in this vast dark universe. Perhaps that's why we never tire of it. The moon changes shape, but its presence reminds us of what never fades. Half a century ago, humanity first stepped onto the moon, turning myth into memory and dream into achievement. Today, nations and private companies are preparing to return this time, not just to visit, but to stay. NASA's Artemis program plans to land the next astronauts near the moon's south pole where sunlight and ice coexist. China's Chang'e missions have already mapped vast regions, collecting samples and dreaming of permanent bases. These explorations are more than national pride. They're a quest for energy, water, and a new home for humanity. The supermoon reminds us of this connection, the closer it seems, the more we reach out to touch it. Every telescope, every rocket, and every dreamer looks at the same glowing sphere, hoping to bridge that distance. The moon, once unreachable, is now a destination, a place where science, courage, and imagination converge. As technology advances, we may build observatories, mines, even gardens, beneath the eternal lunar light. And yet, no matter how advanced we become, that quiet light will still remind us of home, fragile, blue, alive. When we look at the moon, we also see ourselves searching, striving, and dreaming in the vastness of space. Its light travels 1.3 seconds to reach us, a gentle reminder of both distance and connection. Under its glow, cities fall quiet, oceans breathe slower, and the world feels momentarily united. Perhaps that's the moon's greatest gift, not its beauty but the silence it brings to our restless minds. In the stillness, we remember that we are part of something far greater, the rhythm of the cosmos itself. For centuries, the moon guided our calendars, festivals and tides, shaping time as we know it. Even now, our hearts still follow its rhythm, a full moon for hope, a crescent for new beginnings. Each supermoon reminds us that the universe is alive, breathing with motion, gravity, and wonder. We may never own the moon, but we share it, as storytellers, scientists, and dreamers beneath one sky. And tonight, as the biggest moon of 2025 shines above us, we are once again reminded, we belong to the stars. Long after the supermoon fades, its light remains in our memories, glowing softly behind closed eyes. In that memory, we find comfort, proof that beauty can be fleeting, yet eternal, in the human heart. The moon teaches patience, it waxes and wanes, reminding us that everything has its time to shine. Even darkness has purpose, for without it, we could never truly see the light. Each time we look up, we're not escaping the earth, we're rediscovering the wonder within ourselves. Somewhere, a child is watching it for the first time, whispering questions to the sky. Somewhere else, an old man smiles, remembering the same moon from a lifetime ago. Across generations, that silver light connects youth, the young, the old, the hopeful, the dreamers. And when the next supermoon comes, we will look up again, hearts lifted, knowing we are never truly alone. Because every time the moon returns, it whispers the same truth, that the universe is vast, but our wonder unites us all.